Coming to you live from the Deadcreep Network studio.
I told you where's my stash of weed! We know where you were the other day. We know. You know why we brought you in here. What are your top 20 movies? Welcome. It's supposed to be dramatic. I thought you were going to jump in already, dude. Welcome to another episode
of the Horror Junkie Cinema Show.
What? On the Deadcreep
Network.
That's right. Thank you for tuning in to another episode, right? But
back.
This episode's going to be a little different. Well, probably a lot different because we've never done this, right?
Yeah, we haven't done this yet.
What we are about to do, an attempt, is our top 20. You know, a lot of people do like a top 10, right? Let's do a top 20. We're going to do a top 20, and we're going to say...
got the list, so
we already got the list. We already got the top 20, so we don't have to think them up. Wrote it down on a paper like we usually do.
Yeah.
Right? We have to, man. Dude, what about you? Is your brain that sharp enough to retain and remember? No, man.
I take my ginkgo biloba, whatever that shit is called.
Ginkgo biloba. Yeah, you gotta take medicine just to remember the medicine name.
Yeah, man.
It's ginkgo biloba.
Ginkgo biloba.
Yeah, not King Cobra.
That shit.
But this episode's gonna be a lot different. I don't want to say a lot different because we've never done a top. No. We've never done anything like this. No. And you know what? It's funny is because when we were making this top 20, it was kind of hard for me. Like, I'm trying to think.
That took me a long time.
Trying to look out around the room like, oh, yeah, that's part of my favorite movies. It took us some time to get these, to get this down.
Yep.
But my top 20 is going to be probably a lot different than yours, or it might be similar. So,
could be.
When we go down the line of we're going to go backwards, right? Let's do 20 to number 1, right?
How about 1 to 20? No, I'm just playing. 20 to 1.
You're going to say your best movie first?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't really go like this. I kind of put my favorite tops at the top. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then the ones that I just was thinking, oh, I like this movie too. It's in there, right?
Okay.
We're gonna say the names of our favorites, and you might hear a double of what it because it's different on yours.
Yeah,
it's right. It's different on your list than mine.
Mine might be different than yours. You know what I mean? The way you categorize yours,
right,
might be different from mine.
Yeah, you need some water, Holmes, because you got a frog in your mouth.
Right on.
Has been Fred? Oh, you brought the cups are back.
The cups are back.
Has Freddy been putting his glove down your throat?
No.
I don't have a machete here, dude.
No. You should have one.
Yeah, I know. That's right. Well, don't you have one?
No, I had a plastic one.
Okay, let's bring it. Put it up right there, man.
I had a plastic one.
You guys like the man cave? The man cave's looking good, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty festive.
It's got the freaking... Oh, man, who is that back
there? Who's that? Is that Freddy?
Oh, I think it is.
He's got his mouth open.
Yeah, he's ready to talk. He's ready to tell his top 20. But
what do you think his top 20 is?
He can only make 9. Or how many episodes of Nightmare on Elm Street is there?
That's
8.
That's right.
He can't make too many. I don't think he likes any other movies. But this is gonna be a little different. It's we're gonna give our top 20, right? But we're gonna go from 20 to number 1, right?
Right.
And dude, honestly, some of the movies that I have on here, we already did a few reviews on.
Yeah.
Right? Obviously, I mean, we're doing the reviews. You know what I mean? It's got to be in here somewhere. But it might be a little higher or lower on the list for me or for you, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I got some pretty good ones right here. I can see you got some pretty good ones too. You want to go first, or am I going to go first?
It don't matter.
All right, I'll go first. Nah, go ahead. You go first. Let's see what you got.
Okay, at number 20,
ooh,
I got Paranormal Activity.
Oh, man, dude.
This movie. Oh, man. I remember when me and my wife went to go see this movie at the AMC Norwalk 20.
And
man,
dude, that movie scared the crap.
It scared the hell out of me, man. I'm gonna be honest. It scared the shit out of me. But and then when we got home, we were turning on all the lights at the house.
Dude, I didn't see it in the movie theater. I saw it when it came out on DVD or Blu-ray, whenever it came out. We got it and we watched it, and we were watching it at my house, and then honestly, we couldn't sleep for like a month after that, dude.
Yeah.
I kept hearing like noises that you would normally hear the house settling.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, like, is that a ghost? You're like, dude, that movie's it's I can see why it's in a top 20. It's different.
Yeah, it is.
It's a little different, dude. It's not your usual slasher,
no.
But they took their time and did that one.
Actually, I don't know if you know this, but I think it was Steven Spielberg that had watched this movie.
Oh yeah,
and he said that it scared the hell out of him.
Yeah, it's got a lot of good practical effects in it. I mean, there are some. Obviously, you have to do the create that CGI with your movie magic, but some of that, like pulling the sheet off, it didn't take. I don't think you need CGI for that, do you? It's got to have a good imagination, right? So you got Paranormal Activity as number 20, right?
Number 20, yes.
All right, me number 20. I'm gonna go with Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, is that the one with Thor in it?
Thor, Chris Hemsworth, right?
Hey, he is fucked up on that motorcycle,
man. That was messed up, dude. I thought he was like, yeah, he's gonna get away, and then it was like a video game. It looked like a video game, dude. He freaking hit the wall and blew up, dude. Right?
Called the fucking hammer, man.
I like that movie. The reason why I like that movie, it's got a lot of old '80s style like elements. Yeah. Old. It's got the Wolfman. That Wolfman.
It's the title. Cabin in the Woods.
It's a cool story. I think the way they did it, where they drugged them and they couldn't leave, and how people are watching it live, because there is some sick shit out there like that, dude. Yeah. There are people watching stuff like that live, not necessarily like the monsters, but like some bad elements you're watching live, if you know the right keywords, right? But you like that movie? I like that movie.
Yes, I do like it. It scared me. That's probably why I picked it as one of my top
It did?
20.
Yeah, I liked it,
dude.
It scared the hell
out of me. Seriously, when you go after watching that, going home, you couldn't get that out of my head. I was just
Cabin in the Woods?
Oh no.
Wait, we're talking about...
Yeah, I'm sorry. Cabin in the Woods.
We're talking about my 10 and number 20. I'm like, wait a minute. Cabin in the Woods scared you? I'm trying to think what part was scary.
No, you know what? No, you know what I liked about Cabin in the Woods?
What?
Was when they went towards the end, when they went to that place,
the facility.
The facility and all those different monsters.
That's what I'm talking about, dude.
Monsters and whatever, unicorns and...
Unicorns. Oh, it was. There was a unicorn statue.
Unicorn.
And then that little slime that little mermaid, the mermaid.
Yeah, merman or whatever the fuck.
Mermaid was scared. Make you kill it. But I like the werewolf.
I like how he sucked the blood and the blood squirted out of his back.
Oh yeah, dude. That's in my top 20, man. I like that movie.
Good movie. I wasn't thinking about that movie when I was thinking about my list, or I would have put that on my list.
I know. It's hard.
That's a good one.
You know what? When you were telling me your list of movies, I was like, oh damn, I forgot that is up in there. But we can only have our 20 and your 20. You know what I mean? All right. So number 19. What you got at number 19, dude?
Number 19, I got Child's Play.
Oh, the original, obviously, right?
Yes, the original. Not that new one.
I never seen the new one. I'm sorry.
Like Mark Hamill and everything.
How did he do in there? I never seen it yet.
I know the voices, everything is cool, but I don't know that new design on Chucky.
The way he was like a robot or something.
I wasn't really feeling that.
That took
I just didn't like his new look. I don't know.
Well, even if it to me, not so much more like the look that bothered me. You can still tell it's Chucky. But if they would have made it this, I don't know. Obviously, I've never seen the movie, but I mean, he doesn't. It's not a spirit like that dude's spirit goes in the doll, right?
No, it's not like that.
Yeah, see,
that's what I didn't like about it too. I mean, the original story was, I think was way better than this new remake.
Did they get the design for him off that My Buddy?
I think so.
It looks like that.
Because it's kind of around that same time period when that...
Yeah, my cousin had a My Buddy, dude.
My Buddy?
I wanted one, but after I saw Child Supply, I'm thinking of Child Support.
Child Support. How much you owe, man?
Not that. I'm caught up, homie. Shoot, I'm caught up. Obviously, I'm caught up. Look, we got some nice stuff back there. I'm caught up, dude. Dude, if I wasn't caught up in Child Support, you wouldn't have this scenery in the background. There'd be some kids right there. I got to show I paid for them, right? But Cabin in the Woods, man. That's my.
Number 19?
No, what did you pick? Number 19?
No, yours is.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. I got
20.
sidetracked again. Child's Play.
Yeah,
Child's Play.
There you go again. Child Support.
Child's Play. Yeah, I like that movie.
Child Supply?
Child Supply. Yeah, so I'm trying to supply them with the money. My number 19 is going to be Jeepers Creepers. I like that movie a lot, dude. Do you like that movie?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. I like that monster, dude. Was it like a gargoyle?
I don't know if we talked about this last time, but
probably not. Probably
about this movie.
Uh-huh.
It's produced by Francis Ford Coppola.
Oh no! I think you were telling me about that. Yeah, you told me about that. Oh wait, I forgot it. That's cool, man. Francis Ford Coppola. That's why it's a good
good horror movie.
Yeah, he's got a cosign now. It's his name out there. You know what I mean? He's not gonna be like, oh, here, just use my name and make up some whack. I mean, even the second part is a good follow up.
Just the opening scene, it gets you just when it starts, and they're driving down that country road by themselves, and then in the far distance you can see that truck coming up, and you don't know yet. You know what I mean? But all of a sudden, it comes up, and from the beginning, the movie's got you. You already, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that. Jeepers Creepers is my number 19. Number 18, right? We're on number 18. What do you got for number 18?
For 18, I got I have a classic film by iconic director from Halloween.
Oh.
What else? The Fog.
Oh.
John Carpenter's The Thing.
What? I like that movie, dude.
This movie has, I think, some of the best practical effects in any movie. This movie, the effects are just, oh man, for its time, it's like those effects. And to this day, those
stand up, dude.
They're still good.
Whoever did those effects, I don't know who did those effects. Do you?
You know what? I'm not really sure.
Well, whoever did
look that up.
Was before their time period.
Yeah, those effects are really good in that movie.
Dude, they're good. And Kurt Russell.
And then just the story and the setting to be trapped out there in I think it's Antarctica or somewhere like that.
Yeah.
And to be stranded there in the cold with this thing. The alien, you know what I mean? That's scary. You know what I mean? And then you don't know who the thing is because the thing can mimic a person also. Right. You know what I mean? So you don't know. You could be standing right next to the thing and not know it. And then just the practical effects when the dog.
Oh yeah.
The husky or whatever
turns into the.
Oh man, that shit.
And then the hands clear. And the hands eat him, and
his chest opens up.
Yeah,
and it's like his chest are like there's like teeth.
Yeah,
it opens up, and then he sticks his hand, and then it cuts his arm.
Yeah, Kurt Russell's in that, and David Keith, right?
Yeah, David.
Yeah,
Keith.
I like that. That's a very good movie. That's your number what? 18.
18. Yeah.
My number 18 is a good movie where you don't even when you put this movie on, if you've never seen this movie or you don't know what it is. And you just put it on and you think you're watching something and then out of nowhere it just changes. Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I fooled some people with this movie. They've never knew what it was. I put it on. Hey, and they're watching. They're like, man, this is a good action movie. And out of nowhere they go to the bar. Freaking vampires are like, what is a vampire movie? I'm like, yeah, the whole time it's a vampire movie, right?
You think it's just like a crime
murder. Yeah.
Murder spree. But then once they cross the border, it becomes a whole.
What does Danny Trejo say to him? Harvey Keitel, or he says to George Clooney.
Oh, he says, "This bar is for bikers and truckers only. You get out."
And that guy was like, Harvey Keitel was like, hold on. You see that thing out there?
See that big recreational vehicle out
You got to
there?
have a certain class to drive that, right? He goes, well.
So I am a truck driver.
Right. And these are my friends.
These are my friends.
Yeah. And he goes, all right then. Well,
welcome to the Titty Twister.
I like that movie. The directing, great. The actors, all the actors in the movie are good acting. Yeah. When what's her name dances, wow, dude. You know how many people probably like watching that movie just because of that scene?
Yeah, that scene is really,
and you got a good, I think he's kind of underrated director as well.
Who?
Robert Rodriguez. Yeah. I think he's really good, dude. Like,
I've been a fan of his since El Mariachi.
Oh, dude. I mean, Desperado to me is better, but El Mariachi is good too.
Yeah, but if it wasn't for El Mariachi...
Oh, there would be no...
There would be no nothing. There would be no Robert Rodriguez.
No shit.
But yeah, Robert Rodriguez,
he's good director, man.
Good director.
He's good director. To kind of get off real quick, they Quentin Tarantino directed Death Proof, and he directed Planet Terror.
Yeah.
And they came out almost around similar times, right?
They came out at the same time.
At the same time, right?
Yeah, because they were...
together. It was together. Yeah, but it was like two different movies.
It was like a double feature.
Double feature, my bad. Which one out of the two do you like the better?
You know what?
Because they're still connected to each other.
Yeah, but one of them is more like a horror movie, and the other one is more like a thriller.
What do you like watching more, though? Out of the two?
You know what? It's hard for me to decide because it's like, I don't know. I like them both.
Yeah.
But I mean... Yeah, I like them both. I like Planet Terror because of the...
When you watch them, do you watch them together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to back.
Yeah. I like...
With the trailers in the beginning.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I believe in the middle, they have more, too.
More
they have
trailers.
The Thanksgiving and...
Oh, yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
And then what's the other one? They have the Thanksgiving... Oh, the werewolf...
the SS... Right?
Yeah,
no, that was Rob Zombie. Rob Zombie directed that. It was on there. The Fu Manchu. We said it last time. Yeah. Rob Zombie directed that trailer.
Yeah. And then I believe Eli Roth directed the Thanksgiving segment they have in there. That one, I like that one too. That the way it looks.
Oh, dude! You know what the crazy part is? That's a movie trailer, right?
Yeah.
That's not a real movie.
No, it's fake.
That's why I kept thinking, is this a real movie? And I keep asking, and you're like, what are you talking about?
Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
that's
fake.
Not a real movie.
It's fake.
I thought it was a real movie for some reason.
The way they did it, the way they made it, it looks like a real trailer from the 80s.
I did not know where I saw that, and I saw that, and I'm like, well, I want to watch this movie, and you're like,
it's all grainy and stuff.
Yeah, and you kept telling me, I don't know what you're talking about, and I'm like, yeah, it's Eli Roth, and they're sitting around a table, and I didn't know it was a trailer.
Yeah, no.
Oh, what?
It's just a fake trailer. That's
all right. Got see, you learn something new every day.
The Machete one was also a fake trailer, but
and then it came into a real movie.
Becoming into a movie with two
and it's a universe. It's like their universe
with two movies.
Yeah, and two. When that's like me and you collaborating, they got Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino right here, dog. But number 18 is Dusk Till Dawn. What you got at number 17?
At 17, I have one of the most iconic horror movies that you'll ever hear about, which is a classic made by a horror icon, horror legend, George Romero, which has since left us, and
rest in peace.
Rest in peace, George Romero. But yeah, this movie, I remember watching this movie for the first time. I think I was in junior high when I saw it for the first time. And I was like, bunch of zombies.
What's the name of the movie? You didn't say.
Oh, Dawn of the Dead. I did say Dawn of the Dead.
You did. I don't remember saying it. I just heard you say.
I said George Romero's Dawn of the Dead.
No, we just heard George Romero. We're gonna go back. I could be wrong.
Dawn of the Dead. And just the story. Being trapped in a mall that's surrounded by zombies.
At least they were trapped in a mall, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of essentials they needed.
Food and clothes and shit like that.
If that happened for reals, and me and my kids always make poke at it, like, what if that happened? Where would we go?
Yeah.
But if that happened right now, where would you go?
Okay.
Like, I already know where I'm going, but I'm gonna see where you go. I'm going to Costco.
Oh yeah, Costco's got a lot of shit in there.
I'm gonna go. I'm sorry, dude. I thought you were gonna laugh or something.
No. They got a kitchen in there.
I'm saying, I'm going to Costco, dude. I'm gonna go live it.
Eating hot dogs and pizza.
Yeah, dude. I'll hit the gun shop real quick, and then I'll just barricade up in Costco.
Costco don't have guns.
No, but I'll go buy some. I'll go find, not buy some. I'm going to go buy them, right? Yeah. I'd go to a spot and try to get some guns. You know what I mean? Some? Yeah, well, I'm going to have to. I'm going to go, who am I going to pay, a zombie? Yeah, I like Dawn of the Dead, dude. Where would you go? You didn't even say.
Oh, where would I go, man? Fuck,
church?
I don't know. I don't know where I would go.
Okay, well, good luck. Good luck with that.
Try to survive. Shit.
Oh, okay. I'm going to Costco, sorry.
Barricade myself in a theater or something.
There's no food.
Huh?
There's no food there.
Snack bar. There's popcorn, man.
Oh, come on, dude. How long is that going to last?
And there's red vines. There's
red vines. How long is that going to last, dude?
Jujubes and fucking...
That's not going to last long, dude. Huh? You're gonna die from malnutrition.
Buckets of popcorn.
You're gonna die from malnutrition, but you don't have to worry about zombies.
At least I'll die happy watching movies.
You don't have to worry about zombies. You gotta worry about diabetes.
But at least I'll die happy watching movies.
Okay, well,
right?
Yeah, well, you probably would you'd probably die a lot sooner because diabetes takes a long time. So zombies will come there first. But you got that right. Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, Dawn of the Dead.
Number 17. All right, I'm going to go my number 17. Halloween. The original one.
John Carpenter.
John Carps.
John Carps.
We're going to start throwing nicknames for these people.
John Carps.
John Carps.
Okay.
Yeah. George Romero.
What do you like about this?
Halloween, I don't know. It just reminds me of being young as a kid, you know, getting ready to go trick-or-treating. Like, I like this movie a lot. I like just the guy that plays Michael Myers. And the concept of how they got they made the mask. They went and got a William Shatner mask, and it's funny is you put the two masks together, and they'll show like a comparison. You can see the things that they did do to the mask to make it. You know, they cut out the eyes. Yeah. You know, they painted it and all that cool stuff. So you know, like I like the mask and the way they the story of how they came up with that. You know what I mean? And it was just, it's crazy is because that could be real, dude. A guy out going around in a Michael Myers mask or something, dude. You know what I mean?
Killing people?
Yeah, dude. Where do you think they get the ideas from? Freaking real people, or people get stuff from movies? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's my number 17. You like that, right?
Yes, I do.
All right. What you got at number 16?
Number 16, I have a classic from Lucio Fulci.
Oh, Fulci.
The Italian master of horror.
He's the Italian? Yeah. George Romero.
Italiano, paisano.
And he makes zombie movies too, right?
Yeah, that's...
I know, but did he make a part 2 or something?
I'm not sure.
No. There's like 4 of those, isn't there?
I think so, but I don't know if he made all of them.
Oh, okay.
I know he made that one, and he made another one, which is it's another one on my list.
We'll say that a little bit. We don't have to bring it up right now. You can bring that up when it comes to the list.
Okay.
Yeah, Zombie, man. The first time I ever seen that movie was with you.
Oh yeah.
Zombie.
I have it on DVD, I believe. Yeah.
And that zombie on the cover is an iconic and memorable with the maggots coming out of his eye or whatever. But I think the gruesome part is the eye.
Oh, and that piece of wood goes in that.
Yeah, because even like I could talk to my dad and he'll remember growing up because that's around. That? Yeah, he's seen it. It came out when it was that came out like 70s, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like teenager. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So he would tell me, "Oh, I remember that scene," you know, and I'm like, for him to remember it, it's
he has something with pushing people's eyes.
Because in another one, he does it too.
Yeah, he does it in another one of his films.
Yeah, so that's number what? That's number 16, right?
That's number
Zombie.
16. Yeah.
I like that one. And that was supposed to be, isn't that supposed to be like Dawn of the Dead? I mean,
That's what they say.
Night of the Living Dead too?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or
Dawn of the, I don't know, one of those. I'm not sure.
One of them, but he changed it and it was called like something else over there or something.
Yeah. Yeah, Zombie is number 16.
All right. Number 16 for me, and we just talked about the movie. What was yours, number 17? Yeah, we just talked about it. 16 for me is Dawn of the Dead.
Okay.
We don't really have to talk about it. We already know. Tom Savini did it, so we said it, okay?
Yeah. Actually, we forgot to mention Tom Savini.
Okay, I said something that you didn't say, right? Okay, he did the makeup.
Yeah.
But we already talked about it.
And he also starred in the movie.
And he was. Yeah, we already talked about it. Yeah, he's a biker. We talked about it last time, right? Yeah. All right, number 15 for you. What do you got for number 15?
Oh, at number 15, I have another classic which involves two big names in
it's a crazy movie,
in the film industry, which is first I want to talk about the director, which is Tobe Hooper. Tobe Hooper, which we all know who directed Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
which we said in our last one,
and which another big name who was attached to this film is Steven Spielberg, which was executive producer on this film. This movie is I can, you know what I mean. This movie is just cool. Like I showed this movie to my daughter, and she loves this movie. I can watch this movie like anytime, and
it's scary.
And watch the whole movie because it's a really good movie. It's well done. You know, the effects for that time were really good effects. I think one of my favorite scenes in this movie is when the guy goes to wash his face.
Oh yeah,
I think that as a kid watching that, I was young. As a kid watching that scared the hell out of me.
I think that's watching my favorite.
Rip his face
I think that's why he's eating the chicken.
And you know what? I don't know if anybody out there knows that, but those hands that are ripping that face apart are Steven Spielberg's hands.
That's right.
Yeah. Steven Spielberg's
That's right.
Hands. Those are his hands ripping that face apart.
And you know what's funny is to bring up something similar like that. When Jason's mom gets her head chopped off, isn't that? See, her hands are all hairy.
That's Tom Savini's one of his friends.
His hands, right? Yeah, that's funny. That's
see the hairy fucking.
Hey, but you know what? We didn't notice.
Yeah.
Now I
know because Tom Savini
said it. Yeah.
Talked about it.
But we didn't notice. We didn't notice until they said
he
it.
Talked about it.
And now we look at it. Okay.
We notice it. Pause it. Cool. Try to check it out.
Yeah. So that's Poltergeist, man. I like that. I heard that like when Tobe Hooper was trying to direct. I don't know if this is true or not, but Steven Spielberg wasn't letting him like do his thing. I heard Steven Spielberg, even though he's the producer, he was still there like, oh no, we need to change this. And I'm sure Tobe Hooper was like, dude, let me just do my...
He's going to have his name on there.
Well, he wants to make sure.
He wants to make sure that it's going to be...
Who's the bigger director, right? Obviously, it's going to be Steven Spielberg.
More money and shit.
Yeah, he's the one who's putting it up. He wants to make sure it looks good.
So he wants to make sure he's got...
I think he would have just did a good job if he would have just let him. You know what I mean? But that's your number what? That's number 15, right?
Yep.
All right. My number 15 is a Stephen King. Excuse me, man. It's freaking perfect, dude. It's a Stephen King novel. And, we talked about... And some of these movies we talked about in our reviews. Just mentioned them and said stuff like that. But my number 15 stars an iconic actor of the Jack Nicholson.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to have to go with The Shining.
Stanley Kubrick classic.
That's a great dude.
That's a good movie.
That's a very good... I could watch that movie all the time, dude. Like, and it's so long, and there's so much...
But it doesn't seem that long because you're so into the movie.
It. And there's so much visual in the... so much stuff in the scene, the background. They took their time to do this. Because there's a lot of stuff in the background that they did. And every time you watch the movie, you always notice something a little different. Oh, I didn't notice that right there. But yeah, I like this movie. This is a very good movie, man.
I just didn't like how Scatman Crothers got the axe in his chest, man. Poor guy.
He was such a good...
He's a good actor.
I like him.
Yeah, he's cool.
He does a lot of voices.
I like that. I don't know if he's in a hotel room or his house.
That's his house.
But I like those pictures he has.
The girl, the naked
with the
lady.
Afro,
yeah.
With the afro, with the...
That's his pat. It has to be his pat because he had a bunch of like...
There's going to be no hotel with the pictures.
I mean, there might be if you go in some crazy underground hotel or something, but... Yeah, he got done, dude.
He got it the worst.
He does voices for a lot of like he does a Transformer and Transformers. He does I don't know if it's jazz.
Yeah,
he does.
I think he used to do the Harlem Globetrotters.
He used to do cartoons like that back in the day, dude. But he passed away. I don't know how long ago, but he passed away. But yeah, number 15 is The Shining, dude.
Shining.
Yeah.
I like that movie.
Yeah.
That movie is
Jack
Nicholson. He had a great performance in that movie.
Shelley Duvall too. She was so. It's funny how you see her from Olive Oil.
Yeah.
To that role, it's like not, you know what I mean, like the way she acts, you know what I mean. She's really good in that,
she
dude.
is.
And the little boy, it's like that.
She's convincing. You know what I mean? When you see her face, she looks like she's really scared. You know what I mean? She looks like she's really scared.
You feel bad for her.
Yeah,
because all she wants to do is protect her child.
Yeah.
And her son is getting attacked by, because he's got the gift.
Yeah.
You see that they're making the Doctor Doctor Sleep or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be cool, dude. I'm going to watch that. You going to watch that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to watch that.
It looks good.
Yeah. So, number 15, my shiny. No, what's your number 13?
Oh, my number 13 is a kind of fairly new film, which
I like that.
It's just called Hereditary. This movie, I haven't had a movie make me feel like I've felt when I've seen this movie I think since I was a kid.
Wow, I've never seen it.
Some really creepy parts in this movie. It's so I seen a review. I don't know if it was a review or I think it might have been a review where they said it's this newer generation Exorcist.
Oh wow,
that's what somebody said.
No way.
But this movie's got some pretty shocking, disturbing things in this movie, which I won't.
You want to spoil it, right?
Yeah, but if you haven't seen this movie,
you're saying go watch it, right?
Yeah, I recommend this movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. We'll watch it. I'll watch it, and
you have to watch it. It's really it's a good movie. This guy, this is like I believe the Hereditary is like the first movie I've ever seen of this filmmaker. I don't remember what his name is, but he also made another film after this one, which is called Midsummer. This movie.
Oh, did you tell me to go watch that with you? You got free tickets or something? This movie is
another movie that it'll shock you if you watch these movies.
Is that a good movie too?
Yeah, they both are.
Wow.
They're like trip.
Midsummer, dude. We gotta
Midsummer and
let me write that down, dude.
And Hereditary. You need to watch those two movies.
No, I know Hereditary, but Midsummer.
It's a wild ride.
We're gonna watch that and we'll review that too.
Yeah, it's a pretty crazy movie. I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out even the Hereditary.
Yeah,
that's number 13, right?
Yes, Hereditary.
13. All right. My number. Wait, hold on. We gotta do this better. Coming in at number 13. It's gonna go when I say that. It's gonna show 13. Okay. Yeah, like Friday the 13th, the 3D. I like that. Hey, dude, when I hear that one, oh, pop, lock, and drop it. Oh, I like it. Okay, let's get back. Number 13 for me. Night of the Creeps.
Oh, I wasn't thinking about that one.
Night of the Creeps.
There's too many of them, man.
I know. And you know what? That's what it's good. Like we said,
we got each our lists are different, but
some are the same.
We got some that are the same.
That's what's connecting us together. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Night of the Creeps, man.
It is the horror that binds us.
Oh, I like that. The horror that binds us. Oh, I like that. Yeah, dude. Night of the Creeps, man. I used to watch that when I was a kid. I couldn't wait till it came on TV, or we'd go to the video store. I'd get that, dude.
I used to actually hang out at a video store when I was a kid.
Oh, no way. Where was that at? Where was that at?
Right down the street.
Down the street?
From where we are. It was called National Video.
Oh, yeah.
I used to go hang out in there when I was a kid. When the Beta and VHS first came out, and the video disc. I used to go in there and hang out all day. They used to have these director's chairs. And they used to have a TV there, and all day long they'd be just playing movies. And the guys were cool. They used to let me sit in there, and I used to just watch movies all day long.
Did they play sometimes? Cause you know how you can't really show certain things to the public because kids are coming in. Were they still showing scary?
No, actually, they were playing American Werewolf in London.
Oh, cool! See, I would have went too. Shoot.
Thriller. stuff like that. And I was so into that stuff, so I would just sit there for hours, and the guys would just like, "Oh, you want some water? I'll give them some water."
Oh, that's cool, man.
And then I remember, I got tired of just sitting there watching their movies, so I went home and told my mom, "Can we go get a membership?" And so she went and got me a membership, and then I used to go by myself.
Did she know what movies you were watching?
Nah, but back then, they wouldn't. You couldn't.
You couldn't get a certain.
No, they would let me rent horror movies.
Yeah, but I wasn't able to.
But if I tried to rent Porky's or something like that, they would
those Skinamax type movies.
They were like, no Porky's,
no nudity, no anything with nudity like that, right?
No Animal House or shit like that,
That's the stuff that we wanted.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in video stores.
Yeah,
it's sad to see that
they're gone.
They're all gone.
There's like one, but number 13 for me is Night of the Creeps, man. Yeah. Does it have Rusty from National Lampoon's Vacation? And we got a good old
part 1, right?
Or part 2 when they go to Europe. And then we got I love all those. We got an iconic Tom Atkins, dude.
Oh yeah,
Tom Atkins. You know what, dude? I would like to meet him, man. Like, hey, what's up, Tom? He's a good actor, dude. I like him. And he's in a lot of iconic scary movies.
He plays that tough guy role.
Thrill me. Good, man. Yeah, he's so good.
His lines and his one-liners or whatever.
They just get up and walk by itself, or when he says something like that. Hey, but you know what I like about that movie is how they go back into the 50s.
Yeah,
it's the 50s, right?
Yeah,
and that was his girl that got hacked up. So that was kind of like he was on a mission to go and find that killer. Yeah, right. He wanted to, because they never really said if the killer got away or whatever. I don't remember.
He was a cop, though, right?
He was a cop.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
he had to drink a lot, huh?
Yeah, and he wanted to kill himself. Yeah. He was trying to kill himself, right?
But then when he heard about what was going on, he got back
in. Oh, no, they smoked him. They killed him and buried him. That's right. They killed the killer and buried him underneath the fraternity house.
Yeah.
And then when he heard about what was the similar things that were happening, he was like, wait a minute. This guy's dead. Like but I'm saying the things that were killing, the way they were killing, like an axe murderer. It's like, this guy's dead. Let's go investigate. And then they have those like slugs. It's crazy how it was like kind of like a sci-fi horror, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Night of the Creeps, my number 12. Coming in at number 11. What do you got?
Did we skip one?
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. 12.
At number 12, we have another...
Together, I think we both agreed on this at the same time. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we both have it at number 12.
Yep.
And this movie is another movie which is a movie that I seen as a young kid.
Yeah.
Which is... I've always loved this movie.
It's good.
I just, CREEPSHOW 2.
CREEPSHOW 2, man.
Another one by George Romero and Tom Savini.
Stephen King.
Stephen King's, the story. It has the same kind of feeling as the first movie.
It does, dude.
It does.
It does.
So I had to put this one in my top 20 because I watch this movie all the time. Whenever I watch the first one, then I gotta watch this one. So
yeah, CREEPSHOW 2, man. I was like 7 years old when this came out. It came out in '87.
One of my favorite segments from the movie is
what's your favorite one out of all three? You know what? Wait, hold on. Before you say it, it's sad. I wish there was more.
Yeah.
So we only have 3 to choose from, but I kind of consider the cartoons.
Yeah.
Kind of like little segments.
Yeah.
Because it shows Billy. Fly out of here, dude. Freaking Billy, whatever. The little segments.
Yeah.
But out of all 3, what is your favorite one?
It's got to, you know what? I like them all, but I mean.
When you watch it, which one's your favorite one to watch on there?
I don't know. It's probably got to be on this one, it's probably got to be the raft. I don't know. I like the raft. I like when the raft,
Oh, Cisco.
Yeah. Mucho ecological. When the slimy, whatever it is, gets the girls and pulls them into the water.
Oh my gosh.
And they're screaming for their life.
What is it, Pancho?
Yeah. That's one of my.
They should have saw the sign. They should have saw the sign, said no swimming.
But it was covered by the bushes.
I know, dude. My favorite one out of that is the first segment. Old Chief Woodenhead.
Oh yeah, I like that one too.
I like the Indian. I like the Hitchhiker one, but that's my least favorite.
Yeah, the Hitchhiker one is good also.
It's good, but that's my least favorite. And the way the movie is, that's order for me. How they play it, that's how I like it. I like number 1, number 2, number 3. Yours is the opposite. It's the Raft first, Woodenhead, and then Hitchhiker, right? Yeah, so it's crazy how we both put that at number 12.
Yeah.
Right?
What a coincidence.
I know. That's my number 12, too. So we don't need to talk about it. What do you got for number 11? Coming in at number 11.
For 11, I have a movie, which is not really a mainstream movie, but it's kind of underground movie. But it's a cool movie to watch. It's kind of disturbing at the same time. Man. It's the movie is called Maniac. Joe Spinelli. He's this weird dude that lives by himself
with the mannequins,
with a bunch of mannequins.
That he's like changing their clothes.
A psycho guy. He goes out and kills prostitutes and cuts their scalps off. He takes them home.
Wigs.
Yeah, he just goes out and does crazy shit. Kills people every night.
Did he do that movie after he did that movie after Rocky?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, Rocky came out like 75. Yeah, Maniac came out I think 80. Yeah. Yeah. So he did that first. So it's funny how you see him as the bookie on Rocky, but then you see him this crazy like serial killer
and then
murderer.
You see him in Godfather too.
Oh yeah, that's right. He is in Godfather.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
He wasn't in Scarface, was he?
No,
he didn't have a
no,
okay.
He was in the Godfather.
He was in Godfather. What part did he play in Godfather?
He was like he was with he was somebody with the Corleones, like with the Corleone family. I'm not sure
it's like their homie.
Their name, what his name was, his character name. But
yeah, but he was in it, though, right?
He was in the Godfather, yes.
Yeah, rest in peace, man, Joe Spinell, dude.
that Maniac movie. You know what I noticed about the poster of Maniac?
Yeah.
If you look at it, it's got the picture of a guy standing there with a knife.
Yeah.
And he's got a bulge on his crotch area.
Oh.
Like he's got a hard on from killing somebody.
Oh, I'm gonna put a picture up and I'm gonna circle that area so we can see. Like next time I see it.
He got a hard on from killing some lady.
That's great, man. And you know what? Are we're not in those category of those type of people because we like these movies, are we? Those people take this shit too far. We know this is not real, dude. These people are getting
entertainment,
like really doing that to hurt people. We like it because we know these people aren't really getting hurt.
People aren't really getting hurt.
It's acting. We like it because of the effects, the makeup. That's what we're looking at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The stories are cool, but some people take that. That's that Maniac, dude. Out of any movie that we're gonna name on here, that is probably the most realistic movie ever made. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maniac, it's real. There's maniacs all over the freaking place. Maniac, that's your number 13, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, number 13?
No, that's
11.
My 11. Sorry.
11. Sorry, we're getting all. I need glasses. All right, number 11 for me. It is a Clive Barker.
Oh, I already know what you're gonna say.
It's not the other one. Oh. It is Nightbreed.
Oh, Nightbreed. Okay.
Clive Barker made that, right? Yeah. Okay. You got me confused. I was thinking, wait, he didn't. You know what? I like that movie, because I would try to watch that, and I couldn't really watch scary movies back then. And I remember seeing somebody watching it, and I'm over there like, no, Paint Maniac, Nightbreed. Oh, Nightbreed. We're on number 11 for me. Nightbreed. And I couldn't, I would try to see, what is that? And it has that Hellraiser feel.
Yeah.
The characters could be like they would be on Hellraiser, right?
Cenobites.
It could be Cenobites, those people, right? Yeah, I like that movie. Do you like that movie?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I think it was playing on Netflix for a while.
It was. Yeah. The director's cut.
Yeah.
What's the name's in it? The director of The Fly. Michael Cronenberg.
No, I think his name is David Cronenberg.
David Cronenberg. Sorry. David Cronenberg. Yeah, he did The Fly and he did something else, right?
Shivers. He did.
Didn't he do like some robotic movie or outer space movie or something? David Cronenberg.
He did what
something.
Else did he do? He did The Fly. He did Shivers. He did something else. I can't remember.
He's not too big of a director, huh?
No, not really, but he's got some good.
He's got some
good movies under his belt.
Wasn't he in? Didn't he have a part in?
Oh, he did Scanners.
I like that movie, dude.
Scanners. Yeah, and the heads blow up
because the scanners go up against other scanners.
Yeah. He did Scanners.
Didn't he have a part in Jason X?
Yeah, I believe he did.
He was like a general or something, and Jason killed him.
Yeah. David Cronenberg.
But he was that crazy thing with the button eyes and the zipper mouth and the knife and Nightbreed.
Oh, that was him?
The doctor. Yeah, that's David Cronenberg.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's my Nightbreed, my number 11. What you got at coming in at number 10?
At number 10, we have a movie that we already talked about.
What that? Oh, that was my number 19.
Jeepers Creepers. So I'm not going to really say anything.
Yeah, but Jeepers Creepers.
That's my number 10.
Well, we can say something real quick about it. The dad from the first one. Isn't that the dad from RoboCop?
It's not the dad from RoboCop.
No, but he's the dad from
RoboCop. The dad from...
the dad from Jeepers Creepers. He's in RoboCop, right?
Yeah, he's one of the
bad guys. He played in Swamp Thing.
Oh, yeah.
He's the guy that, the Swamp, well, it's not the Swamp Thing, but he turns into the Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was at Monster Palooza, not the, was it something Weiss, Ray Weiss?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was at Monster Palooza and we didn't go, or the son of Monster Palooza and we didn't go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's Jeepers Creepers, yeah. So, it's a little said something a little bit, right? What number is that? That's number 10?
Number 10, yeah.
Number 10. My number 11, or 10, oh my gosh, my number's wrong. My number 10 is Hellraiser Part 2.
Okay.
Do you like that one?
Yeah, it's cool.
You like the first one better, right?
The first one, yeah.
The only reason why I say I like this one more than the first one, even though the first one's a great story, dude. It's a great movie. Only thing I don't like about that movie, the Cenobites and Pinhead are really only in the movie like 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Of the whole movie compiled. Not even long, dude. In this one, they're more into this movie, and I like that doctor that turns into kind of one.
Oh, with the thing on his head?
That guy, right? And then the thing comes and pulls his freaking head.
Yeah.
Frank.
I like that movie.
I like that one. I think the part 3 is...
yeah, it's kind of...
Even though it's... What's his name still?
It's like years.
Doug Bradley.
It's like years later.
But Doug Bradley still did it.
Yeah, he did.
You know, I like how they still kept him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know, for some reason, like, movies were made different in the 80s. Now...
That was the 90s. It came out in the 90s, that one.
Yeah.
You could just see the difference.
Yeah.
It was just weird how... from December 1989 to January 1990, it's just like the industry changed, right?
Yeah.
But we seen Doug Bradley.
Oh yeah,
at Monster Palooza.
Yeah.
So Hellraiser Part 2. That's my number 10.
Okay.
Number 9. What you got on number 9?
Number 9 for me is another movie that's probably a lot of people haven't seen. Like you,
including me.
It's another movie by the Italian director Lucio Fulci.
Oh, sure.
Another splatterfest.
Oh, that's why you said you don't want to mention it yet. Okay.
Another gore.
It's a splatterfest?
Yeah, another gore.
Man.
Gore movie, which is has these scenes of extreme horror. I mean, extreme violence. You know.
Wow, I gotta.
I don't know what it is.
It's bad.
It's a good movie.
No, bad violence. Like it's gruesome.
Yeah, like gory.
What's more gruesome? Before we say what this movie is, what's more gruesome, that or Dead Alive?
Probably Dead Alive has more blood, but this one has more of like
scary type
like
thing.
Things going into your face.
A different kind of gore.
Yeah. So it's a different kind of gore. That one is more like comedy horror. You know what I mean? The one movie you're talking about. This is more.
That movie's up there in my gore factor.
Yeah, but it's The Beyond.
Oh shoot! I've never seen that.
If you haven't seen it, you gotta watch it.
What is it about?
It's about a hotel, which I believe it's in the basement. There's something going on in the basement.
Oh wow!
Yeah, behind the basement walls, there's like some something that's come from the beyond.
Oh wow! Okay, we're gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, it's a cool movie. I believe this movie really didn't get that too much attention, but I believe Quentin Tarantino had put it in one of his top horror movies, so that kind of brought it up and gave it some more, the spotlight. You know what I mean? So that's how I found out about it, and then I watched it, and then Now I've probably watched it maybe like 5 or 6 times.
We need to get Quentin Tarantino to say, watch the Deadcreep Network. Once he says that, we're going to be rich, dude. But every time, you know what's so funny is I mentioned this before in another episode. Every time you talk about this movie, The Beyond, I get confused with the other one, From Beyond.
Oh, From Beyond, yeah.
That's a H.P. Lovecraft. Is that,
that's a different movie.
Right, I just remember the guy's face.
Yeah, no.
And what's his name? The guy with the worm on his head? I don't know. He played in Reanimator, right?
Yeah, what's his name?
Jeffrey Combs?
Yeah, Jeffrey Combs,
yeah. Isn't he in The Frighteners?
Is he? Yeah, I believe he is.
With Michael J. Fox. That's a cool movie. You know what's so funny is I know we're getting a little sidetracked, but every time that movie comes on, my mom's like, I like watching that movie.
She likes that one?
Yeah, she likes that movie a lot.
Yeah, it's a Robert.
She doesn't really like too many scary movies, but she likes that.
Well, it's not really scary.
It reminds me of like that Hocus Pocus type scary.
Yeah, it's a Robert Zemeckis film.
Yeah, Back to the Future.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's your, what number is that? Number 9. Yeah, every time you say that, I always think of that movie. Yeah, we're gonna have to watch both.
Yeah, The Beyond.
Have you seen From Beyond?
No, actually.
Okay, so we need to get that, and we need to watch those. Okay. My number 9. I'm going deep. I'm going back to like the 40s and 50s. Silver Age of horror.
Oh, okay.
And it's a comedy, but it's still horror. It's got people that were the originators of horror type, movies. And it is called Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. Oh, okay. I just got that in, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. My kids like this movie. I watched this movie many times with my mom and dad. And, sometimes on Channel 13, they would have Abbott and Costello marathons back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And they would happen to show Halloween era time, and they would show Frankenstein, or meets Frankenstein, dude. Oh my god, I like that movie. Bela Lugosi, Lon Chaney Jr., Glenn Strange he played the Frankenstein in another Frankenstein movie. I can't remember what it was, but he was a good Frankenstein, dude. We love Boris Karloff.
Oh yeah,
he's the originator, Frankenstein. Mm-hmm. But Glenn Strange, you've seen Abbott and Costello. Yeah. That Frankenstein is good, dude.
Yeah,
he's good.
It's a good.
And then at the end, where he goes, "Oh, Abbott and Costello are in the boat." They're like, "Oh, I'm glad it's over." And they're like, "Oh, I wanted to introduce myself. I'm the Invisible Man." They jump out.
Oh yeah, I remember.
You know who that voice is?
No.
Vincent Price.
Oh shit! I didn't.
Yeah, he goes, he smokes the cigarette. And they jump out. It's Vincent Price.
Damn.
It's cool, huh?
Yeah, it is. I never knew that.
Yeah, I like that. Abbott and Costello, man. I just reminds me of being a kid, man.
Why couldn't it be Costello and Abbott?
I don't know. What do you want it to be?
Costello and Abbott meet the mummy or something like that?
Abbott and Costello. They just went like that. That's how it was. I don't know. We can't ask them now. They probably fought over that. They probably fought over who's going to put their name first. I honestly, dude, if you want to put Drew and Hannibal, I don't care, dude. I'm still a part of it. I'll be last. I'm not like that. Some people, I don't care, dude, I'm being honest. Some people are like, oh, I gotta
be first.
I gotta be first. I know some people will teach the mentality to their children that being in second place is not good. That being number one.
Hey, but what did Rick and Bobby say? If you ain't first, you're last.
No, I'm just saying though, like I tell my boys, you don't have to always be number one. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Coming number 2 is no good. You have to be number 1. Then you're going to be a failure because you're not going to be number 1. Sorry, you know what I mean. So I don't care. I heard they would fight over stuff like that. Abbott and Costello.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. But they were like Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin. I don't think they really liked each other, but they were an iconic duo. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean.
The Rat Pack.
The Rat Pack. Well, they weren't the Rat Pack. Dean Martin was the Rat Pack, not Jerry Lewis.
Oh, that's right.
No, they were called something else. Lewis
and Clark.
The Lois and Clark. Dean and Lewis. Dean Lewis and Martin. Martin and Lewis. Sorry, they call it Martin and Lewis. That was they know that.
Oh, okay.
Abbott and Costello, number 9. What do you got for number 8?
For number 8, I have a movie. I believe
we already said, right?
Talked about, but it's Halloween, the original John Carpenter classic.
That's your number.
Yeah,
that's your number 8.
8, yes.
Number 8. That's a good movie, man.
Yeah.
I like that. I
That
like
movie
that a lot.
Paved the way for a lot of movies that were made after that.
And we've been to that location.
Yeah. Yeah, we went to the original Myers house.
Where they moved it.
Yeah.
Didn't you told me that around the corner is the scene where the sheriff talks to the girls, right?
Yeah, and actually, right. It's just like you could walk. If you're at the Myers house,
coincidence,
you could
right?
just walk. But, you know what I mean? That's weird how they moved it.
Right by that location.
Next to that other location.
And then across the street.
That's when Sally... Well, no, what is it?
Sally, that's the wrong movie.
No. What's her
Lori?
name? Lori, yes. Sally. I was going to say Sally from Texas Chainsaw.
We haven't got to that yet, dude.
When Lori and her friend pull up to talk to the sheriff.
That's her dad,
it's just right there. If you, it's just
don't
like
they see him don't they see him in the mirror or in the glass walking by?
I think so.
Isn't that where the costume store was?
Yeah. It's like a drugstore.
Drugstore. They had costume though. That's where you grabbed the costume from.
Yeah.
But right when you know what's so funny is behind them. That intersection, Michael Myers drove through right there.
Yeah, he drove in the station wagon.
So that means Donald Pleasance was right there.
Oh, yeah.
John Carpenter was Jamie Lee Curtis. Were all, that's cool.
Yeah.
And what a coincidence! It's like right.
You remember when we went to this? There was a house next door.
Oh,
in the back, and they had some.
What was the name of that?
They had like still photos from the set of.
Yeah, it was like a homage store too.
Yeah,
but they had other things inside there too, though. But they showed it was like paid homage to the movie.
Yeah.
So there's 3 things you can go if you're everywhere in Pasadena, right?
Yeah.
If you're ever in Pasadena, you can go and visit those 3 little areas.
And remember the spot where you can take a picture with the pumpkin on the.
Oh yeah, where's that at? That's
in Pasadena. Also.
I know, but how far is that from there?
It's not too far, a couple miles.
Yeah, we took pictures right there.
Yeah, that was cool, man.
That was cool. You got that on Halloween as your number 8, right? My number 8 is we just did this film review last episode, and it is called The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And we don't really need to get too crazy into that because we said almost an hour and a half of information on that, dude.
I thought you was in a hurry.
We should just do an episode dedicated to like movie quotes, dude. It's gonna be fire. Franklin. He falls. That's too funny. Texas Chainsaw. We don't really need to talk too much about that one.
No.
Oh my gosh, dude. What do you got at number 7?
At number 7, I have the Wes Craven classic Nightmare on Elm Street. Part 1.
Yeah, dude.
This iconic character which Wes Craven brought to life. And it's funny that because in an earlier film of one of Wes Craven's earlier films, one of the characters in Last House on the Left, his name's Krueger.
That's weird how you did it. It's cool.
Krueger, his name's Krueger. He's like the leader of the killers. His name's Krueger.
Isn't he from Swamp Thing?
Yeah, he's from Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
So that's another movie he worked on with
Wes Craven. Oh, Wes Craven did Swamp Thing. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, Krueger. I guess that's where he started thinking about the character of Krueger. That's
where you got to when you get into one of those movies and you got to act as best as you can. This way you get be friends with the director, and the director will throw if he likes your acting. That's why Rob Zombie has all his homies. That's why you see Adam Sandler. It's the same homies. Yeah, it's the same dudes. Seth Rogen, and all those dudes do their little crew. Mm-hmm. Because they're buddies. Get in good with the director. You could be in a lot of their movies.
Yeah.
But Nightmare on Elm Street, man, that's I won't say that's like my number 1 movie, but it is like obviously, and it's in our top 20 because I have it a little higher on the list.
Yeah.
But Freddy is my favorite slasher. Yes, Freddy is my number 1. He's right there. I went as Freddy this year for a Halloween. Yeah, Freddy is my number 1 out of Jason, Michael Myers, and Leatherface. Freddy is my number 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Nightmare on Elm Street. I like the story of the whole story, how people are dying in their dreams. That concept is crazy because people do die from nightmares and stuff. They said that there was this kid, I guess how he came up with the story of the nightmares killing. There was this kid, I don't know if he was in like Asia or wherever he was. He was having such bad nightmares, he died, had a heart attack in his sleep.
Wow.
Yeah, so he remembers hearing a story like that. I could be wrong. Let me know if we were wrong in the comments. But he
if
could.
we fucked up,
I'll put it again. I'll put a disclaimer saying I messed up. And then I also heard when he got the idea for the costume, he saw this like homeless dude outside digging in the trash cans, and he looked up. He had like a half Freddy Krueger looking hat and everything.
Oh, shit.
And he looked up like that, and they made eye contact, and that's where he got those two stories, those two things, and made Freddy and Nightmare on Elm Street. But I could be wrong. This is what I heard. But I like Nightmare on Elm Street, dude.
Yeah, I like it too.
I like when the beginning, the New Line Cinema, it's in red. That's when you know you're ready to watch a scary movie, dude. Yeah. And the beginning where they show, I think the beginning of how he's making the claws, that's one of my favorite parts of the movie, dude.
When he's building the
glove, dude.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that scene too.
Yeah. So what number was that? That was your number. Nightmare on Elm Street. That's your number 7, right?
That's my number 7.
My number 7. I'm going deep again. I'm going back to 19 deep inside. You were singing that, right? I had to finish that. I'm going back to 1931. Outside of me. Outside of him. Okay. I'm going back to 1931. And if you know,
1931.
Yeah, 1931.
Okay. Must be some.
You know that's my favorite. Yeah, no. That's my favorite time of horror. Yeah. 1930s.
Must be Universal.
It Monsters. Is always, and he is my number 1. It's my number 1.
I already know who it is.
Yeah, I know. My number 1 Universal movie monster, and we met his son a few times. Yeah. And every time I meet the Cheneys, the Lugosi's, and the Karloffs, I get nervous. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I get this overwhelming.
That's horror royalty, right
dude.
There.
Dude, right? It is, dude. I get. They're so lucky. They're related to them. You know what I mean? Yeah. When I talk to these people, I get this overwhelming sensation. I can't explain it. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but this movie is called Dracula. Dude, Bela Lugosi is in my top 10 actors of all time.
Wow.
Yes.
Bela Lugosi.
Bela Lugosi, dude.
We went to his gravesite, remember?
Yeah, I'll show. I'm gonna put up a picture of. You were there too. Yeah, I'm gonna put a picture of us up there.
I took your ass there.
I know. I never been there.
Remember we ate to go eat at that restaurant?
That place was bomb, dude. Right? I have pictures of that burrito or those. I had flautas,
you
dude.
Take pictures?
No, I take pictures of all my food. Can't you tell, dude?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Shut up. Hey, you used to be a big boy too, so shut up.
Not no more.
Whatever, dude. Hey, I like cheeseburgers, dog.
I do too, shit.
Yeah, but you work out on them. I know. I'm busy doing the technical. No, but Dracula, man, he's Dracula, man. He's Bela Lugosi, man. He's I meet them every year. When we go to Monsterpalooza, where do I like to go? I like to go pay homage to them.
Yeah.
And they remember me all the time because they like my enthusiasm. Oh man, I remember you.
Like, oh, here comes this guy.
Nah, they're not even because I'm not rude or disrespectful.
Here comes the fanboy over here.
Yeah, hey, people like me is what helping keep their legacy alive.
Like, oh man, we just hope he buys something.
I do buy. Oh, shut up, dude! I bought pictures. I bought shot glasses.
Did they give us something for free?
He gave me matches.
Oh, matches.
Right here. Yep. Look, it's funny. I got them right here. He gave me.
You know what? I think I lost mine, man.
He gave me some matches, dude.
I had some.
Look at that.
I don't know what happened to mine.
It's one of his movies right there, man. And I haven't used them, but, he's like, here, you want to pick this? I was like, yeah. I buy stuff from the people.
You better hope the pilot don't go out on the water heater, because then you're going
to I'm going to have to use those. But, yeah, Dracula, man, that movie, I'm going to have to put it up. I like the dialogue. I like the acting. I like the shadowing of the film. Mm-hmm. I like the dark. And that's why I think when I first time I ever saw a Dracula movie was Abbott and Costello meets Frankenstein.
I don't know if you know, but that set from Dracula was filmed in I believe it's stage 20 at Universal Studios. Oh, and that's also the same stage where they built the last the ending scene of Scarface when Scarface gets attacked.
Wow!
They built that same set on the same set.
No way!
The same soundstage as Dracula.
Oh, man, just imagine, just go there. Who was in there in that soundstage? Al Pacino, Bela Lugosi. All the big people were in there. How amazing! Yeah. We need to go. Did you say there was like we can go take a tour? It's like $300 a piece.
Yeah,
and they give you a behind this. Yeah, let's do that, man. Let's go. Yeah, and we need donations so we can go, guys. I'm gonna do a GoFundMe to go get. But no, we let's go do that, man. I want to go. Can't you see like a Psycho House and all that stuff?
Psycho House. You can see the house from 1,000 Corpses too. Also.
Oh, we're going for sure, dude.
That tour? The backlot tour.
For the tour. Oh, we're going, dude. But yeah, Dracula. That's
actually that house from 1,000 Corpses. I believe they used it in the best little whorehouse in Texas for Burt Reynolds.
Oh shoot, Dolly Parton.
Yeah,
that's a funny movie, dude.
Yeah.
You ever seen that movie Rhinestone Cowboy? Where it was Sylvester Stallone.
And he's Dolly Parton, right?
Yeah, he's like some New Yorker dude, taxi driver, and he goes and then he's like a cowboy. It is funny. It's a cool movie. It's funny, dude.
Yeah.
But Dracula is number 7 for me, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, number 6. What you got for number 6?
For me, I got the Dewey Cox story. Oh, no.
Walk Hard?
Yeah, no. Sorry. At number...
You're so stupid, dude.
At number...
Before you say it. What? Back to Dracula real quick. Look at... How much do I love Drax? That's so cool, dude.
Yeah.
I got this for $10 at a thrift store, dude. Somebody was throwing it away. It's like... Yeah.
Somebody was throwing it away?
Yeah, well, they were not throwing it away, but they threw it away and gave it to the thrift store. And I'm like, okay, I'll take it. Back to Dewey Cox.
The wrong kid died. Oh, no, not that movie. What number
The wrong kid died.
What number were we at? 5?
Oh, my God, no. We're right here. Number 6.
Number 6.
Yes.
Oh, okay. For number 6, I have another classic by Clive Barker.
Ooh.
Hellraiser, the original.
Yeah, I didn't even put that. Yeah, you got it.
I love this movie. What's your pleasure? I like that scene when that dude's holding the...
It's all dirty ass hands.
He looked like he's been working on his car for like a week.
He's like this.
He's got dirt
What's
underneath his...
pleasure?
What's your pleasure?
The box was always yours. Right?
Yeah. I love that movie.
I like my favorite part is...
Frank.
Uncle Frank. Uncle Frank.
It's Uncle Frank.
Oh, pervert. My favorite part is when Pinhead was like, "You open the box, we came." Oh my gosh. Hey, Pinhead, when I remember as a kid, that thing scared me, dude.
Yeah.
It was creepy in there. Throwing the
chains at the hooks.
It's all slicing his head, dude.
We have such sights to show you.
Your pain will be legendary even in hell.
Then maybe. Yeah, that's a cool movie, man. Those are iconic characters that Clive Barker came up with. You know what I mean? These Cenobites.
In part 2, he's like, I remember. When he's showing him the photo, dude. Yeah. I don't know. I could say I put Hellraiser in my top, but Hellraiser 2 I say because I just like that one more. Yeah. But Hellraiser is a top.
I just remember going to the movies and watching the trailer.
Wow! The trailer.
Seeing the trailer.
You didn't see the movie at the theater, did you?
No, I did.
Oh,
I did. But before that, I remember going to the movies and watching another movie, but they showed the trailer for Hellraiser, and I remember the guy doing the voiceover. The new master of horror.
Yeah.
Clive Barker. I was like, damn. And I seen that trailer. I was like, damn, I got to watch that. I think it was New World Pictures or something.
New Line Cinema. Oh, New World. Yep. New World. Pictures. Yep. It was like red.
It would do that.
Yep. New World. Yeah. Didn't they do CREEPSHOW too?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was part 1 or part 2.
No, part 2.
Yeah. Part 1 was Warner Brothers.
Yeah. Part 2 it said New World, whatever. It was like red.
Yeah, Hellraiser. It was a memorable movie. I remember watching that and then going home and just thinking about that movie. I was like, man, I want to watch it again. And when it came out on video, I couldn't wait to watch it again. When it came out on beta or VHS and beta.
It's crazy, dude, because Chatterbox, when they went back to their selves in part 2, Chatterbox was a little kid. Like a teenage, like a little boy. Mm-hmm. Remember? I'm like, wow, how did they get to him?
Yeah. But that movie was a movie that stuck with me ever since I saw it.
I like the characters, the design of Pinhead, and the way the girl with their throats all open. Yeah. I'm afraid that's his lady.
And then the music is also cool.
The big fat dude, the big one with the glasses off.
Jesus.
Wet. That's part 2. Oh, he says it at the end, but then they say that part 1 at the end, but in part 2, that's what they open up with in his head. I mean, that's Frank, Uncle Frank. They caught. Hey, you can't run from the Cenobites, dude. They catch you.
No, they will send you to hell.
Yep. Hellraiser number 6, right? Yep. My number 6 is part of the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. Stars a young Lawrence Fishburne.
Right on.
Right on. It's going to be coming in at number 6. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. The Dream Warriors, right?
The Dream Warriors.
Who's that? Alice Cooper song?
I don't know.
No, I don't know. I like that movie a lot. What I like about the movie is I like the kids. They have those powers.
Oh, yeah.
I just wish they would have had the little wizard dude a little longer.
Yeah, he got fucked up too early.
Man, he did. He just got too. He had powers, dude. He just didn't know how to use them.
Yeah.
And the girl, I'm bad. She has the knives.
Oh, yeah.
Wanna get high.
What a rush.
Oh, my gosh, dude.
With the syringe on
and then the dude with that, he's like going outside. Yeah. Yeah, that guy that.
And then he cuts him.
Yeah, and the puppet. Yeah, the puppet. That'd be cool to have that puppet.
Yeah.
The guy that got killed, remember he was in Stand By Me?
Yeah, the guy, the puppet. The guy that
got killed. He was in Stand By Me. He was the brother.
Yeah.
Chambers' brother.
Yeah.
Eyeball Chambers.
Yeah.
But I like that. Lawrence Fishburne's in it, and then it brings back Nancy.
Oh, yeah.
And she's older. And you know what I like about it is because it went from part 1, and then part 2 was something else.
Doesn't her dad come out in that?
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that. John Saxon, and he dies in the movie, but it showed. I like how they took it back to the roots in part 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Saxon, which was taught by Bruce Lee, right?
Yeah. Taught him how to do the 5-point palm.
5-point palm. Nightmare on Elm Street.
He really did.
Yeah, he almost did it to Freddy, but he lost. And then oh, snap.
What the fuck? See, we were talking about Paranormal Activity, and now we got Paranormal Activity going on here in the Deadcreep Studios.
Ooh, on the Deadcreep Network.
The Deadcreep Studios are haunted now.
Oh my God, we gotta go. All right, thanks for starting the episode. We still got 5 more, but we're gonna stop.
Fuck that.
Number 6.
Number 6. No, we already did number 6.
I mean number 5. Sorry.
Number 5 is Rob Zombie's directorial debut, House of a Thousand Corpses,
which we just did this review not too long ago.
And we went to visit the movie locations for this film, which were in Palmdale. We did a little road trip and went to go visit.
Far, we went out there,
but it was worth it, right?
It was fun.
It was worth it.
Yeah, and, it was. It was
this movie is. I remember I first heard of this movie being made, and then I couldn't wait for this movie to come out. And then for a while, it seemed like it
was on hold.
Yeah, it was on hold, and I was like, "Whatever happened to this movie?"
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they had this trailer. It was like a teaser trailer
when the Dr. Satan popped out. Yeah, she was like standing by his grave, right?
Yeah. They had me by that. You know what I mean? And I was like, "Man, I can't wait till this movie comes out." And it came out, and I love the movie. You know what I mean? We watched. I mean, I know you say you watch this movie all the time.
Just watched it 2 days ago.
Yeah, I watched it with my kids the other day. We were just.
You ain't done nothing to make me laugh.
Yeah, right? Yeah, but this movie is. I know a lot of Rotten Tomatoes gives this movie like a really low score, but to us, this movie is a good movie.
It's 80s, at least in the 80s.
Yeah, it's an 80s.
On the Creepometer, what are we giving it? What are you giving it on the Creepometer?
On the Creepometer, at least I don't know, 89.
An 89?
Yeah.
An 8 to 9 from 1 through 10?
What? Oh.
An 89? We're doing a 1 through 10. Do 8. Yeah. You got an 8?
Well, it's going through 1 through 100.
Oh, sorry. No, Rotten Tomatoes does that. We do 1 through 10.
Yeah, that's right. We're not Rotten Tomatoes. We're the Deadcreep.
Even though we talk about Rotten Tomatoes and every time we do a review, we show. Because sometimes we want to say, hey, okay, you're doing what you're doing. But then sometimes you're like, we want to tell you you're wrong. You know what I mean? You guys aren't always right.
And another thing I like about House of a Thousand Corpses is these memorable characters that Rob Zombie created with, like Captain Spaulding and Otis and
Sid, dude, rest in peace, man.
And Baby,
It's their little universe.
Yeah, it's just he created something different. I think when he was thinking of this movie, I think some of the movies that were going through his head was like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yep.
Because it's a family of killers, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's kind of like the car breaks down and kind of
similar.
Like kind of similar.
He dug deep,
in his own way, you know what I mean? He made his own movie, his own story.
He dug deep and went back in the vault of horror and grabbed some elements out of there and created something that was new but felt back in the day type.
Yeah.
When horror movies were amazing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think maybe it just came out at the wrong time.
I don't know.
Because if you would have brought that out now, I think a lot more people would have been like, hell yeah, because there's a lot of It's out. If you would have brought that movie out at this time right now, people weren't ready for it. I don't know, dude. Yeah. They weren't ready for a comeback.
They filmed this movie on the Universal backlot and
in
I believe
Palmdale.
In Palmdale. And I remember Rob Zombie talking about they did a screening for it at the Universal. Then I guess one of the studio executives told him, I need to talk to you in my office. We need to talk. Oh, that's what he said. We need to talk. And he's all, oh shit. I don't think it played well with him, but they ended up getting kicked off of the Universal lot.
He's like, we can't show this.
Yeah, we can't show this. So he ended up having to take the film to another for distribution.
Lionsgate, right?
Yeah, Lionsgate to distribute the film, and Universal was kind of like not very proud of this movie, but like he says, they now have they've had this maze for like Hollywood Horror Nights twice.
Yeah, like, come on, you talked all that crap and
House of a Thousand Corpses, but you know what I mean. They're ashamed of
because you know why
this movie being filmed at
that's the house of Dracula, that's the house of the Wolfman. Yeah. You know what I mean? So they're looking at more. They're doing like a classy.
Yeah, classy.
They want that. If you're gonna do horror, we want it to be classy and still we have a name to live up to.
Not like raunchy and
no. But we're glad I'm glad he broke the rules.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't have had this movie.
He always breaks the rules.
Yeah. So that's your number. That's your number 6, right? Wait, that was your number 6.
Number 5.
Oh, number 5. Okay. Number 5. I think we went off a little bit, but I'll go. Oh yeah, you did number 5. My bad. My number 5 is gonna go with one of your favorite characters of all time, and this was the first time I ever seen and got exposed to this franchise. I was 6 years old, 1986. This came out, and I remember going to my aunt's house. You already know what I'm going to talk about, right? I'm going to my aunt's house, and every time we put on horror movies, or she'd let us watch scary movies, because I was with my cousins staying the night, summertime, and I'd always pick this movie right here, and it is called Friday the 13th, Part 6. I like this movie, dude.
He's all hooked up.
Tactical.
All tucked
tactical,
in and
dude.
Shirt tucked in and everything.
Even though I'll say this, even though the way it doesn't make sense. He's shirt tucked in. He's wearing a utility belt, okay? But with gloves. But the way he looks,
you don't want to mess up his hands,
right? But the way he looks and the costume design, though, it is cool. Tight. Yeah, he kind of reminds me more when they dressed him up like that. Kind of reminds me more of a warrior. He's a warrior now, and he's going to go fight and do battle because he's got all his weapons ready. He's getting ready. He's like Batman. He's got a utility belt. He's got everything. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's when we first get Zombie Jason.
Yeah.
Right? Because the movie before, it was the fake imposter Jason.
Yeah.
Right? And he already had died by Corey Feldman killed him, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Part 6, man. Do you like that Part 6?
Die!
Do you like Part 6?
Part 6, yeah.
Yeah, Tommy Jarvis, dude. We get the cool Tommy Jarvis. Like the older. I don't like the weird looking Tommy Jarvis.
What about the kid, the Tommy Jarvis?
Yeah, but he wasn't ready for that, dog.
What do you mean he wasn't ready?
He killed it twice, huh? He killed Jason twice.
Yeah. He was the first to kill Jason.
Yeah, but this is Tommy Jarvis. I like the Tommy Jarvis. I guess because I like him a lot because he's from Return of the Living Dead.
Right.
But I like that Jason and the way the guy did Jason and everything. Was that C.J. Graham or something like that?
No, I see it was J.C. Graham.
J.C. Graham, okay. Or Teddy Graham. But that's my...
Teddy Riley.
Teddy Riley. Rum Shaker. Friday 13 Part 6 is my number 5. We're getting down, man. We only got 4 left, right?
Yeah.
What do you got for number 4, man?
For number 4, I think we were just talking about this. Friday the 13th, Part 4.
Oh, hey, that's cool.
Yeah.
You got Part 4.
Part 4. This is where we first get to meet the character of Tommy Jarvis.
Tommy Jarvis.
Living with his hot mom and his hot sister.
Oh my God. Is that when they see the kids? He's like looking at the girls
kids
swimming?
Come next door to
Is that what Crispin Glover?
Yeah, they come to
Crispin Glover
right across from them. Crispin Glover.
Isn't he dancing on?
Yeah, he's dancing like new wave music or some shit.
And the guy from Last American Virgin.
Yeah. Let me put it in the computer. Teddy. His name was Teddy.
Hey.
Let me put it in the computer.
Those girls were twins, right?
Yeah, the girls were twins.
Yeah, dude, that was a cool. I like that movie, dude. And the size of Jason is perfect. His height.
No.
And his costume.
Yeah.
The
Another thing I like
work outfit.
about this Friday the 13th is that in this film, Tom Savini returns to do the practical effects, that he's famous for.
That's why it looks so good.
And those masks that Tommy Jarvis has in his room are actually
his stuff.
Tom Savini's stuff.
That's cool, dude. And that's cool how a kid. I think that's how Tom Savini was when he was a kid.
And actually, I seen a YouTube video where if you go to that house that Tommy Jarvis lived in, if you go there now, in the house when they were filming the movie, there's a mark, there's a mark that the machete made when they were filming the movie, that it hit the wall. And that is still there.
They kept it
to this day. They didn't fix it.
I would have left it too. Shoot, yeah, Jason was in my house and hit my wall.
Yeah, and I like that iconic scene when he breaks through the door. When he comes to the door and he breaks it.
That is cool.
The door just in pieces.
Yeah, that's
he walks up and he's all big and he's like,
he walks off back.
Yeah, he's all boom and he breaks the door.
Yeah, that's cool, dog. I like that part. Only thing what about those movies? They're all good and the stories are good. It's just I want more of Jason. Yeah. I want to see more of Jason. They only have Jason usually he's in the end of the movies. Mm-hmm. You see him doing his shenanigans throughout the movies. But, that's one thing I like about Jason versus Freddy, even though that the acting is not that good, but the story and the concept of it was good. But you see Jason and Freddy fighting throughout the movie. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I wish kind of like they would show him more. But I guess it's to lead up to the suspense of who's the killer and, save the best for last, right? Yeah. But, yeah, that's your number 4, right?
Yes, Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th, Part 4 is number 4. All right, right on. Cool. And my number 4, and we just talked about this movie, is Wes Craven's Nightmare on Elm Street. But I put it a little higher on my top because Freddy is my favorite slasher. You know what I mean? But yeah, so Nightmare on Elm Street, Part 1. That's my number 4. What you got for number 3?
For number 3. I have
we just said it, right?
classic horror movie from director Tobe Hooper, which was his I think it was a directorial debut on a horror movie.
We already
talked about it. What?
That's why I'm laughing because we're gonna say about it again. Right? We
already talked about it, so we won't really talk about it.
I mean, can you say something that we haven't talked about in the review or this right now? No, we pretty much said everything.
We pretty much covered it all. So.
Yeah, that is too funny. But Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that is obviously we did the review on that. Mm-hmm. It's a great movie. Leatherface, man. Leatherface is a good character in the costume and everything. Yeah. That is your but at least what that's cool though is Texas is in your top 3. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My number 3, and this is in my top 3, and we just said the movie, and that's what's kind of hard. It's hard for us to do because we're talking about the same movie. But my number 3 on my top 3 is House of a Thousand Corpses. I got that for number 3. What do you have that for number 6? So, you know what? A lot of our things, the only thing that we were way off was Jeepers Creepers. But our stuff, the movies that we like, are pretty close in our, up to what we said they were. You know what I mean? Yeah. But House of a Thousand Corpses is my number 3. Okay. And your number 2. We're getting to number 2 and number 1.
Is a classic horror movie that has to be in everybody's at least top 5. Which is another collaboration between George Romero and Stephen King.
But before you say it, this is my favorite movie, right?
Yeah.
And this is, I'm going to say it too, because we're going to let you talk about it. but this is my number one movie. There's no point of me surprising number one. We're gonna say it right now. So he's saying his number two is my number one movie, right? And my number two movie is your number one, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. So number two is
CREEPSHOW.
Yeah, dude. Which is my number one.
Yeah, this movie is. You can't try to duplicate this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, we know they have the series and stuff, but
great series. But is it living up to that?
I mean, there's some episodes on there. Yeah, there's some episodes on there that are cool, but we're
not taking away from it being a horrible series because we love it. It's great. We love it, but is it CREEPSHOW? No, because like we said, nothing is going to compare to that.
It's
even part 2 tried, and it's closer to CREEPSHOW.
It's like 30, 35, almost 40 years ago. You know what I mean? You can't. It's hard to
1982.
It's hard to duplicate that. You know what I mean? You can't. I mean, but they Greg Nicotero and
they did.
They did a good job.
Which he worked. Greg Nicotero worked on part 2, right?
It's a different it's a different time.
Different time.
Different time. You can't be exactly like the original CREEPSHOW.
No.
But it's a good movie. I want to say that CREEPSHOW is a movie that I've showed it to all my kids. All my kids. My daughter, I think, is the only one that doesn't like it. She don't like the roach. The roach.
Yeah, nobody. My kids don't even. I don't even really care. It's not that it's a great segment. It's just gross.
And then this year they had a CREEPSHOW maze at Hollywood Horror Nights. It was pretty cool. They had like for the roach. They had like a projector.
Oh, that's cool.
And they would to show the roaches. So it looked like the roaches.
It looked like a real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Tight, dude.
They had never had a CREEPSHOW maze there, but it was cool to see a CREEPSHOW maze.
It's just sad it took so long because of the shows out now. Yeah. But I've seen previews. I mean, people do walkthrough videos, and I like how it goes from the movie to the TV show.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah. Starts out with the.
But they should have threw in Chief Woodenhead in there at least.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But so yeah, that's my number one.
Yeah, that's
Tom Savini, George Romero, and Stephen King collabo right there.
Mm-hmm.
And my number 2 is his number 1 favorite movie of all time, right?
Yeah.
This is my number 2. So this probably would be my number 1 if there was no CREEPSHOW, right? But it's my number 2. And and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and this CREEPSHOW and this House of a Thousand Corpses, we just did movie reviews on them. Go back and watch those videos. It's got funny, it's comedy, we got some information, knowledge in there that you may know or you may not have known. But, go back and check them out.
Leave a comment. They're giving away a Freddy glove and...
No. Keep saying that every episode, man. No, we're not going to give that. But we are giving away Dracula Migo. So go back to our first video.
Also giving away the Migos CD.
Migos CD?
Migos CDs.
Migos CD? What the heck is that?
The Migos, the rap group.
Oh, hell no. Wait. Don't never.
This fucking
Migos. Only Migos I know are action figures.
Okay.
And if you like the Migos, I'm sorry, I don't care. I don't. It's not my stuff.
They're probably fans, man.
I'm sorry. I don't like Migos.
Okay.
They won't be a fan.
So that's your number 1, right?
No, I'm just kidding. We like Migos. Dude. We like all. We don't ever hate or discriminate anybody. I'm joking. We like Migos. I don't. Yeah. Return of the Living Dead. That's my number 2 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and go back and watch those. We did a review on that, right? And they're fun. They're fun reviews. And like we said, that's your number 1, and CREEPSHOW's my number 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're pretty close, man. Our stuff's pretty close, man.
First 2.
But yeah, man. Thank you guys for always coming back, man. We're all our fans, and hopefully we get more fans, right?
Yeah.
And we like that you're coming back, man.
Keep coming back.
Keep coming back for more. We got a couple things that are going to be coming up on the Deadcreep Network.
Right.
What you guys, we want to explain. We're not going to say too much, but the Deadcreep Network is a network. It's not just a YouTube channel. You know, we're
not just a bunch of creeps hanging around.
Yeah, no. But we're looking into doing podcasting. Yeah. We're working on a website right now, deadcreep.com and deadcreepnetwork.com. And we're going to be, you know, check it out. We're going to be going to MASSACRE coming up soon, right?
Yeah, in May.
May. They put it back a little bit, right?
Yeah. April, May. No, they moved it up. Because normally it's in April. So
yeah,
they moved it up a month.
Back.
No.
They moved it back to, I mean, they moved it further. Sorry, dude. They moved it further to,
hey, you need me to bring ginkgo biloba
I need some ginkgo biloba.
Huh?
They moved it to May, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so go and check it out. We had a lot of stuff going on, right? We got a lot of stuff in the works, man. We got some artwork that's going to be coming out, right?
Yeah.
Some artwork that I do and stuff like that, and little things, right? What's so funny?
No, just...
What are you talking? You gonna clown me? You gonna clown my artwork?
No.
Hey, some of the stuff that I got, it's pretty cool, right?
What do you mean?
Or the artwork I've been doing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's some cool, nice pieces that you could put on your wall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to open up
a... Put it in your garage, too.
Garage, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm going to do a Deadcreep Etsy or something, because we can sell our artwork on there. Yeah. And then we're going to go to a couple more movie locations. We got movie locations that we've already been. We're going to compile those, even though they might be a little old, we're going to compile those videos together and put those out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and all the Monsterpaloozas we've been to and everything. And then we got something in the works too. We kind of keep that on the low a little bit, but it's got to do with comedy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll bring that up pretty soon, and we think you guys are gonna like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For shizzle.
For sheezies. But we want to welcome everybody to our network all the time, and thank you for showing up and listening and watching, man.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for letting us take your time.
Yeah, I know, and we did take a long time, but I'm one of your hosts, Drew. This is Hannibal. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Deadcreep Network. Oh, wait, no. The Horror Junkie Cinema Show on the Deadcreep Network. Oh my God. Oh, and I went, oh, man. That is so cool, dude. Man, dude.